haven't applied anything to the canvas yet, but I'm going to be doing that here in a sec. This is just linseed oil and titanium white. I call it liquid white, but it's just a very thin white paint. And this is a 2-inch Trilon brush, and I'm just going to get the canvas wet here. Just kind of scrub the paint in there. Get it in between all the weaves of the canvas. And this painting, it's not a Bob Ross or Bill Alexander or any of those. This is just I wanted to paint mountains, and I wanted to paint seascape. So the fusion of those two things is what's called a Seastack. If you've been to Oregon or that area or the coastal areas, I don't know where folks are from, but they have big pillars, big mountains just kind of sitting out there on the coast. They're very beautiful. So I'm just gonna do one of those. And I didn't put masking tape or anything on it to show where the horizon should be or any of that. I'm gonna eyeball it, see what happens. I'm just getting the base coat of liquid white on the canvas first. And this is so I don't have to mix as many colors manually on the palette, saving some time. Some little circles here, X strokes. Really, however you can find to get it into the canvas that's how you should do it. I don't have a preferred way. I just kind of do whatever works for that painting. And I always forget to do this bottom line here. So I'm just trying to make sure I remember to do that. All right. Left, right, left, right, left. And I do that to wipe off extra paint that might be on there. And I'm going to clean this brush here. Make sure he's good to go until next time. I won't be using it again. At least this brush. I have a brush specifically for applying the liquid white. One thing I found is that for whatever reason, my liquid white mixture makes my brushes sticky. And I haven't figured out why yet. Once I do figure it out, then I'll recommend or tell people why it's happening. Or if you know, if anyone in the chat knows why that might be happening, let me know. Because I would greatly appreciate not having sticky brushes. Alright, so he's cleaned off. Whew. Put this guy down. It's very hot up here today too. I think it's 87 or something crazy out. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do. I think what the kind of sky I want to go with here, I just want like reddish maybe peach color, that type of sky. I don't know how to explain it. I want like a peach, like an orangish color, light orange at the horizon, goes up into maybe a crimson color, and then at the top, maybe blue. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. I'm just trying to make sure my stream is not died yet, because sometimes my when I do that transition, it freezes and ruins the stream. But I think it's good. I haven't seen a total crash yet. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. I'll put that back up here. Make sure I can see the chat. There we go. Okay. Whew. All right, so let's see how we get a peach. I need a dark orange color. I'm gonna take some red or yellow ochre and some red. And this should be an orangish color. And then to that, I'm gonna add maybe a big blob of white. And that'll get me part of the way. And then I'll mix this in down here. Just mixing up a few different shades of that color. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. All right, those three. So we're gonna take 2.5-inch brush, sorry. And we're just gonna start throwing in some color. And I'm starting at the bottom, which is interesting. Normally you start at the top. But for this one, I want it to kind of get darker, have a middle field where it's light, and then at the top I'll make it really dark. Maybe the horizon's right here. And we'll get lighter as we go up with these little X strokes. And then at the top, I'm going to take crimson and this color. Maybe a bit more crimson. Ooh, there we go. That's a color. That's a color right there. Pink. Maybe? I have no idea. I'm going to blend it right where they come together. Maybe a little bit lower. There we go. That's some sort of sky we got there. All right. Now I'm going to clean this palette knife off. I might do a couple of clouds. I don't know. I want the focus to be on the Seastacks and the sea, not the sky so much. So just going to wipe this brush off here. Make sure I get that out. All right. And then we'll go back to the palette and let's see what we want. We want a purple color maybe. Let's take some red. Actually, for these clouds, I might be able to just do dark sienna, which is just a little bit of sienna and raw umber, maybe a little bit of black. Get that somewhat light and then grab some more white. Oh, that's a nice color for mountains, but that's not what I'm going for here. Maybe some more crimson. Ah, there it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna do some really broad, like, not wispy, just like tapping in. They're not really clouds, they're kind of like maybe clouds, but not quite clouds. Can't really tell. I'm just gonna blend them out. Something like this. That's what I'm going for. All right, so we got those. That's all I want. That's all I wanted for the clouds. Nothing fancy there. Okay. Now we're gonna paint in some Seastacks, which are just really big boulders. Kind of mountains, kind of boulders. All right. So I'm gonna use this dark color I made here because it's actually quite a nice color. Grab some of that, grab some of that. Move this up there. And these ones are farther away, so we need to be a little dark, but not that light. So I'm gonna add some black. Kind of a grayish color. It's still too dark. A little bit better. There we go. I think that'll work. At least for these farther away ones. Farther away. So I think I'm just going to do two. I'm going to do one big one over here that's far away, and then one big one up close, and then a little bit of water towards the bottom there. So let's see. Let's see what a Seastack looks like. If anybody's seen a Seastack, let me know. I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen one. I haven't been to Oregon since I was, I think, in college I went to. All right, and these are just big old columns. I'm actually gonna do something different here. I'm gonna grab a playing card because I don't want to go too low. Playing cards they're nice because you can just wipe them off once you're done. Maybe he comes out a little bit more there. All right. Maybe he's a little bit lower in the middle. Comes back up. There we go. And I'll wipe this guy off. These are just waterproof. I forget what brand they are. But you just wipe them off with a towel. Cleans them up. Then reuse them for next time. All right. So we got that nice background block there. I'm going to wipe this brush off. Because right now, if I highlight this, there's going to be too much paint. Too much paint to highlight it effectively. So I'm going to just pull it down. And this is just like a base color. It's not going to be the final color there. Maybe it comes down more in the middle. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Now he's got some shapes. He got some shapes. That's a nice boulder. That's what movie is that? Shrek with the donkey. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. All right, so we got that color up there. We're gonna take some, so we got that gray. I'm gonna use this light one that I mixed up back there. And we're just gonna do, maybe over here. And this one's farther away, so it shouldn't have all the details. I might do 2 or 3 different ones of these. Maybe it comes out a little bit there in the middle. Again, very little detail. Pulling straight down on this boulder. Sometimes I move left and right to mix it up. But that's all I really want here. Something like that. And then I'm going to take the old, let's see, I need some very dark color here in the back, but not super dark. So I'm going to take some black and add it to that. Ooh, that's good. That's what I need. And this is going to be kind of the shadow mountain color back here. Not too much is going on there. Maybe there's another little shadow here in the middle around that highlight. And I'm just scrubbing a little bit where it comes together to blend it out. And then we'll put another one maybe here in the middle. Ooh, there we go. And then some down there at the bottom. There we go. Nice little Seastack. And now I'm going to take, actually I could use this very bright yellow color that I used in the sky. I guess it's called peach. And I just want the very, very side of this. Wherever the mountain kind of sticks out. Something like this. So maybe one there, maybe one there. Maybe at the very bottom, there's a little bump. He's highlighted. And then one right there. Something like this. And again, this is the one that's in the back. So I don't want them to be super highlighted. All right. Let's see. Oh, we want to clean this maybe. One thing, I don't clean my brushes very often when I'm doing paintings. Like normally, if I'm painting along with Bill Alexander or Bob Ross, I will, but if I'm just painting, I normally don't do it. I just wipe them off on paper towels. I'm just kind of blending this out towards the bottom. All right, so we got that in there. Now we're gonna do we want to do little waves or want to save those? I'm trying to think would be the best way to approach this. I think I could do the next sea stack and get away with not putting in waves yet, but we'll see how this goes. So this one's darker. He's gonna have just straight brown, straight sienna, and then maybe another variant of that color over here that's just black with a little bit of that color. And this is gonna be what I use mostly. Get a little roll, and then you are the father of ASMR. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. I still don't quite understand what ASMR is, but at least when I've watched it on Twitch, again, some very weird channels. But I'll take that as a compliment. I think that's a good thing. All right, we're just putting in this closer up sea stack here. I do have quite a bit of paint on this edge here. Sorry if the scraping on the canvas is too loud as well. All right, and then let's make him come out in front of this one. Ooh, now we're getting fancy. That's too fancy. We can't do fancy stuff here. Or maybe we can. I don't think it matters. All right, I'm gonna throw some darker paints here in the middle. I'm just gonna blend it out. And to blend it, I'm just doing little circles here and there. Something like this. there we go. Look at that. That's a painting. Or that's a Seastack, I should say. I need to clean up this gray color. Actually, I can use that gray color here. I got paint on my arm. That's no good. Alright. I'm going to get my old 2-inch brush here again. Alright, we're going to pull down here. Just a little bit around the edges. I think that's good. Looks kind of like one of those Mount Fuji heads, or Easter Island heads. Not Mount Fuji. It's late, I'll blame it on that. Alright, so we're closer up. I actually really don't like these mountains that I did back here, or the highlight rather, on the back side. So I'm going to blend them out even more with the Egbert. They're just too sharp. I don't know what the word is. The black stuck out too much for me. I didn't enjoy it. It didn't make me happy. So I'm going to change it so it makes me happy. I'll do the same thing with this highlight. There we go. Something like that. I don't want them to be. This one should not have the more defined highlights. The one in front should have the more defined highlights. This one is just he's just hanging out in the back. He's just having fun. He's not the focus. He's just chilling. There we go. Ooh. Nice. Maybe I'll take some of that highlight color and drop them in there. There we go. There we go. I like these shadows on rocks. Oh no, did I just mess them up? Whoops. I hope not. Alright. So the closer one, he's going to have all the details. So I'm going to take this brown, and I'm just going to start throwing in this brown highlight, or brown base color. And you probably won't be able to see it because it is so dark. At least not on, can't see it on that screen. Maybe you could see it, I don't know. But it's a very dark brown color. And I'm just kind of putting it on to make highlighting easier. Because if you just have a flat paint, like if I just pulled the brush down and tried to highlight it, it would work, but I found that mine come out better when I put a color down first and then do highlights. I might use all these colors here. Let's see, this is a gray color. Ooh, that looks interesting. I might use that here. In some spots, I don't know if I'd use it all over. Maybe I will. Just add some interesting colors. I like that. That's nice. And maybe there's a little one back here. A little cove or something. Oops. Alright, there we go. There we go. We got those. Rob Murray. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Alright, now we're going to wipe these ones off. We're going to grab, let's see, what color do we want to throw in on top here? I want to throw in, let's see, so the light's maybe right here. It's hitting there, hitting there. So there might be a light in very bright spot in the middle, and then the top will be a little bit lighter brown. So to do that, I'm going to take this into that crimson and, ooh, there we go. That's a good color. I think that's crimson and white. That's all that color was. Maybe some ochre. I'm going to put this up here at the top. This is going to be my like darker, I don't know what the word is. Darker highlight? Is that a word? Yeah. Alright, darker highlight. I'm going to go with that. And it's just kind of sticking on random spots where the sun comes through and hits them. Maybe there's one back here. Something like that. And he's just a little bit, not too much. And now we got that, I'm going to take that peach color, maybe some more of that orange ochre. I'm going to take that. I'm going to highlight right where the sun, I think, should hit. Right here. And you're saying that's not any more highlighted than the other one. And you're right, because I'm going to take this orange color first to give it some texture, and then I'm going to take the white and make it really bright. All right, so we got that there, maybe just a little tiny bit, and that probably looks exactly the same to everyone, but we'll see, we'll see. All right, so we got that and some white, and we're going to mix it up. I'll mix some more white up. Ooh, there we go. And I don't want straight white because that would look like snow and that would be weird. But now we're gonna spice him up. That's where the sun's hitting, right there. And that's it. That's where he's hitting. Maybe one splash in the back, just a little bit. How long do you paint? Some years. I've been painting since 2020, end of 2020, so December back then, so about almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this December, I think, so it's been a while. I try to paint every day. Sometimes I don't, just because, you know, life gets in the way, but all right, so we got these Seastacks in there, and now we're gonna use, let's see, I think the Seastacks are good. What do you guys think? I do want to blend out the bottoms just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Something like that. Not too much. All right. I think now we can start throwing in maybe some water, but I'm going to need a lot of white for this. Maybe some liquid white. Let's do that. Let's use some liquid white. So we're going to put that over here. I'm going to use some blue. Maybe I'll make this purple. If I throw some red in there. Is that weird? Red water? Pink water? I think I just splashed water everywhere. All right, actually, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna throw in straight crimson and some blue. I have purple water here. Could have done this first, but I didn't. You don't have to do everything in a specific order. You can paint however you want. That's the key. Just find a style that you like painting and do that. Something like this. I think that's good. Purple water. And I gotta bring it up a little bit for this guy. Because otherwise it looks like he's just floating. All right. That's good enough. Something like that. All right. Now we can go back to this color. Where are we going to put the waves? Where are we going to put the waves? What do you guys think? I don't know. Maybe we have one actually back here that you can kind of see. And he's just kind of crashing. And he's just hanging out back there. That like pink color. Something like that. A little splash here and there. And then what I really want is on this guy. I want splashes to be up all over this guy. He's just getting pummeled by the ocean. Something like that. And then I'm going to take some white, maybe dull it or brighten it up a little bit because I'm picking up some of that brown. And we're just going to put in, I'm just doing a little rocking motion here, nothing. So it's like that. That's what I'm doing. So he's getting pummeled. He's getting pummeled by that wave. Where else do I want waves? We can add as many waves as we want here. I don't think it matters. Or maybe it does. Let's just put one out front. I'm gonna need some more liquid white. Just a little bit. Might be using too much liquid white here, but that's okay. And he comes over, a little bow, and then he tapers off there into the distance. Grab some of this white. we're just gonna pull. I'll pull those back later, but we gotta do this little crashing here. Something like this. It can be whatever you want. And you're like, you just ruined it. Maybe I did. I've also seen some people when they do these, they do like, they take a really thin paint and then spray it on the, hey, do you call this red color on the sky? Do I call it? How do you call this red color on the sky? Oh, this sky color I think is just alizarin crimson. Or maybe, I'm trying to remember what I used. I think I used alizarin crimson and dark sienna, like a dark brown. And then this background color here is peach. It's ochre, white, and a little bit of naphthol red. That's what I used. I'm just gonna come in here, kind of drop in some splashy looking things. And then I'm just gonna pull this down. Maybe the ocean's churning this way. And you're like, that looks horrible. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Maybe. Maybe. I'm just blending this out here at the bottom. Maybe I'll put some sand there. Alright. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put some sand in. I feel like it's not highlighted well enough. Maybe I didn't use dark enough color. That's okay. This is what practice is for. I also don't think I've ever highlighted or done an ocean wave coming from the right. I've always done them going to the left. So maybe that was my mistake here. Maybe. I'm just going to blend this very, very lightly here. Looks like I got a chunk of something. That's no good. Get out of here, chunk of whatever. Whoa. What is that? I have no idea. Maybe it's a chunk of dried paint. Because I think I mentioned I've been having a lot of problems with these Lucas Berlin paints. They just don't work out for me. All right, so I got a little tiny palette knife here. I'm just going to kind of scrub this in around the bottom. I'm going to do a couple colors here. So I'm going to do this. Use up the rest of this liquid wave color that I made here. And also, if the mic cuts out at any time, let me know, because I'm using a different battery pack here. I was almost finished, but I had to get back into it. All right, I'm going to pull this just straight to the right. If you want it to look like sand, you do that thing that I just did with the knife and pull straight down. All right, so we did that. All right. Here we go. Straight brown, maybe some ochre. Maybe some ochre and some brown. Maybe a little bit of both here and there. Tap, tap. Does it matter? Maybe. Ooh. So now it looks like a sandbar here at the bottom. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. All right, and now I really want to clean a brush, but I don't want to also. We'll see what we do. Should I clean the brush? Should I not clean the brush? I think I'll just wipe them out. Best of both worlds. It might matter. Maybe it matters. All right. Oh, I do need some titanium white if I'm going to do this, so pardon me for 1 second. I'm using these little tiny tubes of Lucas Berlin. I'm just trying to use them all up. I made a terrible, terrible mistake last year in August. Jerry's Artorama had a deal on, they had a deal on paints. I just dropped this cap all the way back here. Oh my goodness. They had a deal on paints, and it was like $2, maybe less than $2 a tube. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy all these paints because I think I like them. And then I used them. I'm like, these are the worst paints I've ever used in my life. I'm never gonna use these again. And here I am, 6-8 months later, still using them because I bought way too many of them. I'm just pulling down on that brown color, make it look like sand. That's all that's all I wanted to do. That was so much effort for doing that. What a silly person. All right, here we go. Last step, or maybe second to last step. Pull to the left. And then one more. Little knife. That white color. I'm gonna come in here. We're just gonna put some foam. Foam on the beach. Because if you've been to the beach, there's foam. Always foam. Always foam on the beach. All right, there we go, there we go. Are we done? I missed something. I know I missed something. What did I miss? I forgot to highlight the old, or do a little crash up on this guy. Very distant crash, but it's important because otherwise it looks weird. He's just got some waves. Maybe a little bigger one. There you go. Pull it down, pull to the left. Not too far. Now we're getting to the other mountain. We don't want to ruin them. There we go. All right, all right. Are you gonna sell it? Maybe? I don't know. I always, listing stuff on Etsy is a huge pain. And to get anyone to buy stuff on Etsy, I have to charge like next to nothing. And then if I, yeah, it's just a pain. I might list it. We'll see. We'll see. All right, wipe those off. I'm gonna sign it real quick. I'm gonna go grab the. This is linseed oil. That's what I use for liquid clear. It's just raw linseed oil into the red, and then where are we gonna sign this? Maybe over here. Little tiny signature. All right, NWJ. And then I'll put the date, 22/22. And if any of you want to paint this, go for it. Let me know that you did it so I can be happy that someone was inspired. All right. Let's go back here, pull this down, get paint all over my fingers. All right, here we go. This is the painting. I just call it Seastacks because I don't know what else to call it. Seastacks in Oregon. All right.